All right, we're live. Folks, the future is scary. The future is uncertain. The future is full of unpleasant surprises. Only for those who don't believe in creator economy. But for the rest of us, the future is full of promise, full of opportunities, and full of growth. To celebrate this unwavering belief in the future of creator economy, I have with me the CEO of Philo, Akhil Bhiwal, product leader at Beacons, Jacob Choi, and Corey Livingston, who's the co-founder of Splits. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
So I'll begin with a fun question. In one word, give me your outlook on the future of creator economy. Jacob, we can begin with you.
I'll say optimistic.
I was about to say the same thing.
First match advantage.
I think perseverance, creators need go through a lot.
Right. Corey?
Efficiency.
Efficiency. We are.
And the reason I say that is because you want to be able to just be efficient. I mean, everything, you have so many tools that you end up doing nothing. So you, as a creator, you're going to have to decide how to be efficient by doing a lot of steps in a simplified form.
Right. So, Corey, let's take it forward. Please tell us, what emerging trends do you believe will shape the future of this industry?
Well, I know personally from being a content creator over the last 10 years, understanding where things have gone and where they're going, we know that there is so many siloed solutions that content creators really don't have a way to manage their back-end office. Let's just start there. So the reason that you want to be a creator is not only to influence people. Number two is that this could be a livelihood for you because everybody out there is making money. But in the sense of where the industry is going and technology, artificial intelligence is speeding up creation. So as a creator, and you know that, you want to be able to say, okay, how can I manage all of this information, my data, my ownership, my content, and be able to put it out there in an efficient way? That's why I use efficiency, because once it gets out to the world and you can monetize that, you have to know exactly who to go, what vehicle to use to monetize, what brand to go to, et cetera, et cetera. So being efficient and being organized is where the content creator space is going, and also being in control of your followers. So it's kind of a accumulation of all of that, and just having the creator be in full control of their business processes.
Right. So you're bullish on the structure getting more solidified, more recognizable. So Akhil, please tell us, as the creator economy evolves, how might the power dynamics between brands and creators shift? And what implications might this have for the industry as a whole?
I think if you look at both from if you look from a marketplace perspective, treat it as a marketplace where creators are being supplied and brands are being the demand consuming and this is more from an influencer marketing standpoint of view. I think some of these things will happen. There should be a standardized contracts. Today, one of the things that happens in an industry that's influencer marketing, creator economy is a much bigger umbrella. Influencer marketing is a subset of it. Like creators make around 70% of their income via brand deals. So that's a significant part. And there are few ways that creators can make money, either via brand deals. So that's around 70% to 75% of the income. The second is via platforms. Third is via their fans. So, and there could be more business models that can evolve over a period of time. That could be like Web3 tokens were one of the mechanisms that was being introduced, which is not yet proven, but there can be more business models. I think one is in case of brand deal, which is like the 75% of the income generally most people are making influencer marketing, they can be standardized contracts. Today, brand and influencers negotiate a lot on the contract. Can there be standardized terms? Like in case of startups, Y Combinator may introduce something called as safe agreements, simple agreement for future equity. Can there be something similar like simple agreement for creator brand deal? And based on the goal, either the brand want to achieve, those could be either brand lift or sales conversion. So basis on then, can there be standardized contracts? So it saves everyone time and it makes the overall industry much more efficient. That's one of the piece. The second is, my sense is in the technology cycle curve, we're still in the beginning. So there would be a hype cycle we will go through. In a hype cycle, initially, generally the influencers will have an advantage. Over a period of time, the supply of influencers, the supply will increase. There will be more creators that will come in. So the market force will start doing market making over a period of time. So that's where I'm also trying to understand how the newer technologies like AI or the platform shifts that's happening in recent time, they will impact. Is it enabling creators to do better, or is it also having like more virtual influencers coming along, or newer creators kind of creative endeavors coming along? How would those be? Would it be changing the dynamics itself, like how creators are making money, or would it be like instead of brand deal, can they make more subscription revenue? Can there be different kind of revenue streams that can emerge?
Right.
So there's no clear answer I have how the market
Right.
power dynamics would be, but it would be market forces will impact over here.
Right. I mean, I'm hearing more of formalization coming to this sector. So, Jacob, coming to you, do you think there will be an increased demand for real-time performance data from creator campaigns? Why or why not?
So the easy answer there is yes. I think in any technology-powered industry, there's going to be a demand for faster and more accurate data. However, the very surprising thing about the creator economy, and one thing that we Beacon have been rather frustrated with, is the fact that all of these social platforms, it's in their best interest to protect their data and actually slow down how it filters down to other tooling that's out there and other companies. So, and these are the largest technology companies that have been around for, that have dominated for the last 20 years. Google, Meta, Twitch, Discord. These are by market cap, these are the largest companies in the entire world, but they have some of the most archaic API infrastructure. And they've had no real need to service just technology companies and developers. And so we've seen kind of the reason why Philo exists as a whole, to be able to service this technology for other companies like us that are trying to leverage this technology. We want this data, creators want this data, ad agencies, marketing agencies, and both talent agencies want this data, and we're hungry for it, and we're just waiting for it to be better serviced to us.
Right. Well, in case if you're wondering that this echo might be coming from the mountains behind Jacob, it's not the mountains. He's just moved to a new apartment, which is empty right now. So congratulations, Jacob, on the new apartment.
Nice.
Corey, do you anticipate a growth in co-creation models where brands and creators work together to develop products or experiences?
150%. So our whole mantra at Splits is to create a streamlined back-end business model for content creators. And what that allows is for the creators to take the full power of whatever deals that they're doing out there. So instead of it being now the power shift where brands go after creators, it's going to be the creators in the hands going to brands with all the data that they need in order to put a sizable deal together. For example, if you are, let's just say, a Mr. Beast and you have 25 million followers. With that data, now you can go to, I don't know, Mountain Valley, for example, right, water company, and say, hey, I'm Mr. Beast. I have all these analytics. Here's the deal that I would like to do with you guys. And here's the numbers to back that up. So now there's no confusion about what you can generate, what you're able to do. And throw the icing on the cake is that now brands and the creator can see analytics in real time. So there's no need to wait for 90 or 120-day payouts. Once I hit my objectives, I should be able to get paid out right then, because creators are moving in light speed. So with Splits, that's what we're delivering to the market. So to answer your question, yes, brands are going to actually be playing ball on the content creator side, not just on the branding side.
Right. Akhil, how will influencer measurement metrics evolve beyond likes, comments, and shares? Do you think a new space opening up?
So measurement will have both aspects. That's brand lift and conversions. My sense is bigger and established brands like Nike, they would optimize on reach, like how many people know about them, how many people hear about them. So they stay on the top of the mind. Whereas the younger and D2C brands will start optimizing on conversion and cost per conversion. Those are much more important metric for them, for a younger brand. So the both the elements of brand lift and sales conversion, they matter, and each companies at different stages will optimize for different goal. In general, influencer marketing as a channel will start scaling as it delivers return on ad spend. And that's when the performance marketing budget will start getting allocated to influencer marketing. Today, influencer marketing somewhere is treated between brand budget or an performance marketing budget. So it doesn't have from a, like, let's say we speak with a lot of companies like e-commerce companies, etc., and it doesn't get the performance. It's not categorized in performance marketing budget. It's somewhere in between brand budget or a performance, somewhere more towards brand budget. As the return on ad spend or the measurement gets solved, and its evolution from likes, comment, and share towards more like conversions, sales conversion, the ability to calculate return on ad spend. As that happens, the movement of it will happen from brand budget towards direct response or your performance marketing. That's where it would be. But these metrics, I mean, and fundamentally measurement is the holy grail of marketing, and it's extremely
True.
hard. Attribution is challenging due to multiple touch points, long conversion cycles, etc. So that would be there. But I think it will have both elements. Your likes, comments, shares, etc. show the brand lift. How much is the brand getting impacted?
Right.
Whereas conversions get converted based on the sales that's happening, the return cost per clicks, etc. Those become much more important over
Right.
period of.
Jacob, do you also want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, I think Akhil said it well. The attribution part is very complicated. What we have not seen much of during brand deal contracts is the payments are all flat rate upfront. There's almost no promise of performance during a brand deal. However, we'd love to see more movement towards performance-based pricing, and that requires good data in order to complete that feedback loop of how is this set of 10 creators, how did they perform? What's their CPM across all of them? Which will, I think, benefit both sides. It'll protect brands because now they're getting what they paid for, which is exposure. And then on the creator side, they want to overperform and they want to receive the upside of better performing posts. If they get a viral video, if they're doing a brand deal with, let's say, Lululemon, if the video does really poorly, it doesn't hit the For You page on TikTok, it sucks, but they got paid their 5K. Now, if it goes viral and it gets 10 million views, the creator gets to get no upside in producing, in expressing their creativity. And we don't believe that that's fair for creators.
True. Now moving to another hot topic, which is the privacy regulations. As data privacy regulations evolve, how will agencies ensure compliance in influencer campaigns? Who would like to take this question?
I'll chime in.
Okay,
I'll chime in, and then we'll leave it to the floor, right? I mean, if
We'll
there's
ask
an answer for it. And can you guys see me?
Yes.
You guys can see me, right? Okay, got it. Simply is that the data is really only controlled on the distribution side, right? I mean, you as a content creator, you're taking your information, your data, your content, and you're pushing it to Instagram, you're pushing it to Threads, you're pushing it to TikTok. So you really, in my opinion, don't have the full responsibility of securing your data outside of what you create. Once you push it onto those vehicles, they take full responsibility, right? So, things will change. I mean, I feel like with blockchain and how Web3 in a general sense of just security comes more on the scene and more understanding, it'll be more clear on both sides. But, simplified answer is that, yes, the distribution channels have to take full responsibility of that data. And then the content that the creator creates, is just going to be housed, let's just say, on iCloud, right? So really depending on what side of that coin you look at, but everything is not necessarily going to be controlled by that creator, if that makes sense.
Right. Akhil, you were also saying something.
Yeah, compliance in influencer campaigns gonna be extremely hard due to multiple reasons. The number one would be the platforms have their own policies. When influencers do campaign, it's those campaigns also have to comply to global laws. Let's say something might be sensitive in a different part of the world. Let's say what's okay in United States might not be okay in Saudi Arabia, might something which is okay in Saudi Arabia might not be okay in other part, let's say Southeast Asia of the world. So different part of the world have, one is there's local laws that need to be complied, and then there are platform policies that need to be complied to. An agency or a creator knowing all these regulations, all the sensitivity about human emotions. One is the compliance with law, another is sensitivity to what humans are perceiving things. Like someone might be really sensitive about certain words, or some words would have a different meaning in a local language. So that becomes hard for our humans to do or agencies to do it. I think over here software elements will come in, which should be able to do it in automated way. Which can, if you just pass the content in that in the software, uh, think about that software more as a black box. It goes as an content goes as an input, and then the output is able to show, okay, this is good for as a content complying with laws, local laws, complying from sensitivity perspective, from platform policies perspective, how it's going to behave. So I think there would be an emergence of new software that will do it. Jacob, would you like? I think Shubham, we just lost Shubham for a moment.
Yeah, I wonder if his power went out over there. But yeah, two more things to add regarding some of the legal side of the creator economy as it relates to creators. So we manage about 20 to 30 creators directly at Beacons, and there's two intellectual property issues that we run into. The first one is in the brand deal contracts, it's the red flags and orange flags that we see in terms of how a brand can reuse and repurpose a creator's intellectual property. That's how long they can maybe repost for. And then the second issue is copycat accounts. It's particularly for adult creators, lifestyle creators. We're seeing, and always has been on these social platforms, it's just fake accounts popping up. It's people using them for scams or to make money or to drive clicks somewhere else. And both of these are extremely frustrating for creators. And we're hoping that better tooling in the future and more kind of cooperation from the social platforms can help contribute to protecting your creators' intellectual property.
Sorry, guys, my system went into a rebound. So I'm here again without my video. So please bear with me. Jacob, coming to you, what advancements do you anticipate in data analytics and AI tools for measuring the impact and effectiveness of influencer campaigns?
Yeah, I'll speak more to AI tools instead of the data analytics. So from the AI front, we are seeing some incredible companies come up. The big ones being Opus, Runway ML, Kapwing. These are all on the video editing front. They're helping creators produce more content faster, repurpose it, push it out to multiple platforms. We're seeing creators be able to take long form and take it to short form really quickly, be able to transcribe, be able to cut out parts of the video that have no words to make their videos shorter and more digestible. All of these tools are going to help creators who are really one-person businesses be able to have more reach and produce more deliverables to make money off of. This is where we're most excited.
Yeah, and I'll take over the data analytics part. So Jacob hit it right on the head. The robust systems that creators have now, they are trying to make sure that they have the analytics so they can present brand deals in a light that they take full control because they have their information, right? So real-time analytics, like with Splits' system, real-time analytics equate to a certain dollar amount, for the sake of example. These creators are able to see these things in real time. once they push out a tweet, once they push out a video, once they do a TikTok, whatever the case may be, these analytics are working in real time. That's only going to make the creator economy stronger. That's only going to make creators take their business more seriously because they see a light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to actually making money from the brand deals that they're seeing out there. So these systems that are coming, as far as on the analytical side, I know Philo, you guys are embarking on breaking down some of those misconceptions and confusions about data analytics for creators is just going to help the total economy be better. And Splits fits into that by giving it all at the palm or all in a mobile app so you can go out there with the best information to do the best deals.
I have one point to ask over here. Sure, before you just take it up, I'll just ask one more question to Jacob and Corey. Which part in creators' livelihood, or which part do you think will AI impact the most? Is it about content generation? Is it on the distribution side? Or any other places where AI would be more impacting? I've been trying to wrap my head around the impact of AI across different stages of a creator's journey. I don't have a very strong view. I would like to hear your views over here. Which place it impacts the most?
Okay, I guess I'll take it first. It's going to impact it on both sides. On the data analytics side, you will be able to, for example, foresee if you did a campaign with Apple and you already know kind of what campaign you're getting at, going after and what you want to create, because now you have some data that you use, I don't know, 30 days ago. You can now project what you would be able to do out there for Apple or any other brand. That's what AI would do. It's going to give you answers of forecasting, for example, right? And it can grow from there. So now you can actually say, okay, Apple, I've done X. So here's what I'm going to do if I just tweak a couple of things. Here's the campaign I'm presenting to you guys. This is what I'm forecasting. There's a lot of AI tools I know being built that are going to allow creators to do that. And then on the creation side, which Jacob will talk to, it's just going to help creators create faster. That's all. These are AI tools is kind of a thing where it's like the new, well, internet was in the 2000s. You're just using internet to be better at whatever you're doing. AI is the same way. The faster you master it in regards to what you're creating, the faster you'll be able to put content out there that could not only be some of the best content, but also can help you make a living. So I see it on both sides as a good thing.
Yeah, I'll add to that. I already touched on the content generation and editing side. However, content generation, filming, editing, we actually believe, well, we hear from our users, creators actually enjoy that. That's why they first got into content creation. Now, the parts that they do not enjoy, I think, are where AI can really help out. So I've never heard anyone say, I love to read a brand deal contract. I've never heard a creator say, I love to generate invoices or to wait 60 days to receive payment. We rarely hear a creator say, I want to do my taxes. And so that's where we see a lot of these back office operational things. Already, 5 in the last decade, when a creator hits maybe 50K or 100K followers and they started to generate their first revenue, either directly from their audience or through brand deals, they start to think about management. And management for the last decade has served that role of taking away that operational burden and the operational work. And we see AI being able to either do that for creators who don't want to cough up 20% to pay for a manager, or that AI is going to also help talent management agencies be able to service more creators and have better margins there. So we see it both kind of on the content generation and the back office operation side.
And how do you guys see virtual influencers or virtual creators coming along?
Are you talking about like purely virtual where like they never show their face?
Like just AI generated AI influencers?
Well, I can attest to that. There is faceless YouTube pages. There's faceless Instagram pages. I mean, we can go on and on. So yes, it is coming to where you can definitely not have to have, a front facing page or personality online to make a living as far as a content creator. And that's only going to probably get stronger. but it's still new, right? I mean, people are okay with not seeing a face as long as the information they're receiving is validated in some way.
Yeah, I think we'll just see a natural evolution in the same way that, I don't know, painters may have been displaced by photographers. We'll see a lot of content creation be commoditized, whether it's, you know, the simple things, food creators and travel creators, and they'll just force creatives to become even more creative and find other avenues and other mediums in which to push. I think a big piece we haven't seen yet is too much like 3D content generation that will eventually be used in the metaverse.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
Coming back to you, Jacob. No, I mean, before coming to you, let's go to Corey first because it's an audio-based content question. So, Corey, how might the rise of audio-based content, such as podcasts and Clubhouse-like platforms, impact influencer marketing?
Well, it goes back to just having control of your listeners, having control of your data, your analytics, having control of, you know, the platforms that you are putting your information on. So you really, podcasters, bloggers, I would even throw in photographers in that mix. They're just going to be able to have a platform that's going to allow them just to take business more seriously, because now they not only have control of their back end business, but we're also trying to educate our users that you also have control of your users, right? And much more than you think. So it's kind of a accumulation of where the industry's going. The marketing piece of it is really as robust as just adding more tools into your arsenal, like AI, taking control of your mailing list, taking control of your sign-up list, whatever the case may be of where your users are coming in, you need to get control of them up front. Maybe it's just a personalized website simply that they can go to get all updated information instead of just relying on the Twitters and the Facebooks and the Instagrams of the world.
Right. Jacob, do you also want to add to this?
Yeah, on the audio content creators, we've actually stopped thinking of creators as being uniplatform or unitype. As in, we don't say, oh, this is a short form creator, or this is the long form only, this is a video only, or an audio only. What we've seen with a lot of the direction the platforms have gone, for example, Spotify podcasters can show video at the same time. So more Spotify podcasts now have video. And then, you know, YouTube has added shorts. TikTok has allowed longer videos. So we've seen actually every creator be kind of forced to produce multiple formats of content. And the tooling has enabled them to do that easier. So in the long run, we actually think of creators not as siloing themselves, but actually becoming way more diversified in the types of content that they push out.
Right. And let me add something to what Jacob said, just to kind of connect it. Creators are creators, whether you're a music artist or you are an influencer. A music artist that has 1 million followers on Instagram is an influencer, but they just happen to sing or rap or whatever the case may be. So he's right. Creators going forward are just going to be considered creators. And at that point, the reason why their back-end business has to be organized is because depending on what week it is that they want to do that business, that's the route that they're going to focus on. So it's not as black and white as we're trying to make it, but creators are just kind of creators going forward.
Right. So now coming to the, you know, the thesis with which we began, like the future of, you know, creator economy. Akhil, can you give us your perspective on how influencer marketing has evolved over the years? What has changed? What hasn't changed? And what do you want to see changed?
So I think touching the things, what has changed, what we are seeing is most companies traditionally have been treating influencer marketing as more as brand budget than less performance marketing. And it's about like till now it's been about the top creators like with 100K followers doing brand endorsement to. So the shift that we have started seeing changing is like one is moving from top tier celebrity creators more than 100K to nano and micro influencers. That's one thing, who have more highly engaged audience in their community, niche communities. That's one thing we have seen changing. it's also moving from brand budget to some amount of performance budget. So the performance attributes in the influencer marketing have started kicking in. So these are things we have started seeing changing. What we have not seen change, there is no way to objectively measure influencer marketing campaigns. It's still little bit dark over there, or it's more wild west in that scenario. So the measurement of influencer marketing has not yet fully been developed. That's a opportunity area also in a way. And it can be measurement could be, as I said previously, also it could be in both brand lift as well as sales conversion. If someone is able to solve the measurement piece, it will expand the market size of influencer marketing industry. Whatever it is, some people estimate the market size as $25 billion in 2022. Whatever the market size is, it will expand rapidly if we are able to build good measurement solutions around it. The discovery of micro and nano influencer is still a challenge to some extent. The one of the biggest problem, and when I talk to large marketeers who are seeing good success in influencer marketing, all of them feel it's an operationally intensive task. If a business know that influencer marketing as a channel is working for them, it's been hard for them to scale spending on this channel due to operations involved. It's much easier to spend that money on Instagram, just put your credit card and just define like it's 10 million budget. But if you spend 1 million on influencer marketing and you want to go from 1 to 10, the nightmare of operational part of it, I mean, makes them take a step back. So that's one of the challenges in this. So there's a lot of scope for tooling. What people like Beacons are building, what Beacons is building, what Splits is building. So a lot of scope around tooling, and many other people, our friends in the ecosystem, are building around this. There's a lot of scope in the tooling itself, so that we can reduce the operational challenges. One place I'm also very excited is what Jacob touched in between was on the 3D content around metaverse. I think that would be a very big game changer. As the devices, the hardware is getting better, so will the influencer marketing and the impact, the immersive experiences will change. So that's a piece I'm looking more forward to, how influencer marketing happens over there.
Right. Do you want to add to it, Corey?
Well, I agree with everything that Akhil said. The influencer marketing and the way that things are changing, it's just, we have to look at this is that everybody can actually be an influencer, right? Akhil, Jacob, myself, regardless if we have 1 million followers or just 5,000, every time we post a reel or a story or even just a regular picture, we're influencing, right, to our followers. The other side of that coin is that if there was a platform or a system out there that allowed influencers to take advantage of what they're posting so they can actually see some results, that's where I think has to be a little bit more honed in, because you're only going to market as good as what you can produce. Some people really care about it and they actually want to make it a business. Some people are just like, well, if I knew that there was, systems out there for me that I could actually take it serious and make it a business, then I would do it. So everything in between just accumulates to knowing that data, marketing, content management, ownership, everything is kind of in the same pot, and that still has to be figured out.
Right. Jacob, do you also have any thoughts on this?
Yeah. I'll start off with a very simple statement. Influencer marketing is archaic. It's Stone Age archaic. So let's talk about the state of how it currently works. Two very specific parts of influencer marketing. One is after a creator posts, they're usually asked, send us screenshots of how your post did. This is absolutely, it's crazy that we're doing this in the 21st century. The second thing that happens is the brand asks the creator, send us an invoice and we'll pay you in 30 days. So now the creator is waiting. And as I think Corey mentioned with what his company is doing, they're trying to pay their creators faster. There have been a couple of very large creator economy companies that have gone under trying to do this at scale. And we've done some testing on our end as well. And particularly with the cost of capital, it's pretty much impossible to do at scale. Interest rates are just too high to service this. And so for a creator, you have to, number one, send screenshots and like text them or email them. And number two, just wait for your money. And even though brands say they'll pay you, let's say net 30 terms, what we have seen on average on the last 100 brand deals that we've done for our creators, the average is actually 52 days. So for a creator that does a lot of work, does what they promised they would say in a contract, and then have to wait close to 2 months to receive, maybe a couple $1,000s, maybe as much as $10,000 to be able to pay their mortgage, to be able to pay their bills, that is archaic. And we're hoping that some of the tools that we build and what Philo is doing with Insight IQ, we want to build the right tooling for all of the different parts of this dynamic advertising industry to be able to step up and say, we are actually using technology to do what's actually really important, which is run advertising for most of the entire world's economy.
Very well said. I mean, the ways in which we are treating creators needs to get better. And certainly the future is bright. I started this session by asking our speakers, giving their outlook on the future economy in one word. Now, I want to end this session by asking you your outlook on the future of creator economy in one line. Akhil, starting with you.
I think I'm generally more an optimist person. I think I would see much more more impactful. I think my general belief is 40% of the global, in next 10 years, 40% of the global workforce would be creators. So
wow.
That's, I think, the market, the evolution of the industry would be.
You're very bullish on that. Jacob?
Yeah, I said the word optimistic, and the reason I'm optimistic is the world's eyeballs are still glued on social media and social content. So as long as the eyeballs are there, the ad dollars will be there that fuel the creator economy. So I'm not too worried.
That's great. Corey, last word to you.
Yes, I'm very, very bullish. Answering the questions of control for the creator economy is giving the control back to the users that have the information and the data, right? The creators have the users. So if brands want to do deals with the best creators, they're going to have to negotiate on the creators' terms. And that's why I'm so bullish, because now control goes back to where it all starts. And it starts with the creator being the best at what they do and the reason that brands want the best. So very optimistic. There's a lot of tools happening. And I just want to attest to everybody here on the panel that everything that we're doing is just making sure that the creator economy stays robust and there is a future. We want to see everybody do well, and we need all of our systems to do well in order for this to progress in the right direction.
More power to all of you on that. And with that, we come to the conclusion of Unicon 2023. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the celebration of creator economy. Unicon has been an overwhelming experience for us. Your active participation made us believe all the more in the growing power of the creator economy. A big thanks to all our speakers for being great sports and for being a part of our journey. We hope to see you again in the next edition. And a huge shout out to everyone who has worked behind the scenes to make it happen, the entire team. And lastly, our audience, we hope to see you in the next edition, all the editions of Unicon, participating like this. Till then, keep creating, keep making this world a better place by expressing yourself. And thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.